The concept of the higher self is something that comes through to us that truly is more of a knowingness now than what it ever has been before. Because if you think of the soul as the part that lives within the body, it is the trine of the body, the mind, and the soul, the three parts that make up the balance of the human experience. The higher self is there assisting all three of those parts and is the connection to source and to so many more, because it understands what the overall direction of all of the lifetimes and all of the souls are, what it is you're looking to reach, that state of enlightenment or more knowingness, or be able to have the experiences that you're looking for on earth. And as all of those things are coming in, and as you're having that sense of, yes, I know who I am, I know where I'm going, and I'm having this earth experience, the higher self is almost like the conductor, allowing for all of the parts and pieces to do what we need to do to truly allow for that knowingness and allow for that sense. And so many people say, well, my higher self is my soul, but they are different parts of energy of what makes up who you are at a source level. For each and every one of you are part of source. You're part of the universal energy. You are part of creation. You are part of that knowingness. But you are an aspect that has come out to be able to grow and learn and to allow for that increase in vibration and knowledge and energy and frequency, to know how the universal energies work, to work with different aspects of them. Perhaps you connect more within the healing. Perhaps you connect more with the nurturing energy. Perhaps you want to understand how things work and mechanical and have that understanding of logic and how 1 + 1 can equal 2. Or perhaps you're that person and you have that energy and you work with those beings that say, well, 1 + 1 doesn't have to equal 2. Maybe 1 + 1 will equal 8. And you go, well, that isn't possible. Well, that is the logical brain going, there's no way. And you want it to be proven out. But there are energies out there and consciousnesses out there that know that, yes, 1 + 1 can equal 8. And we won't go down that path right now because that will be a very different path than what we're meant to take on this time that we are with you now. But it is that knowingness that as all of these things are there, it will truly allow for the connection, the place and time, and the knowingness of who, what, when, where, and why things are and where they're at. For as all of those things come in, it will be that knowingness, that allowance, and that connection of what. So when you work with your higher self, it is about being truly open to all aspects, energies, and knowledge that is out there. It is about saying, how is it that I can continue to grow, not as a soul being and a human on earth, but also in a way that supports my higher self and all of the other consciousnesses out there, all of the other lifetimes that I'm living out there as well, that I can be part of one piece that allows for all to become better, for all to grow and all to experience. And as you allow for that to come through, it also allows for the being of you to truly be who and what you are. And allows for your soul and your consciousness to come together to utilize the body in a way that lets you see things in a much different way on earth. Because what you see as a human, inhabiting a human form, is so much different than what we see as spiritual beings, and then what all of the other spiritual beings or energies out there are. Whether it's angels, ascended masters, guides, support systems, all of those beings and energies that are out there in all the different ways have a different way of experiencing it, incarnating in it, and having that knowingness of who and what is there. So as you look at the higher self, we want to take this and elevate this up to the next level. So as all of these things are coming in, and as you are having this higher self that has all of these different lifetimes that is being lived, which are all connected to each other and up to the higher self and back down, and each higher self is interconnected as well. It is about the higher self saying, how can we ascend? How can we have support all of these souls that are here living, which are part of one but are all different as well? How can we support them in truly growing, and truly ascending and coming up. And perhaps in another lifetime we'll add in as a guide, we'll add as in another aspect. Maybe they go to another planet, maybe they come into all these different places and parts in time. Whatever they decide to do, perhaps they move over into the angelic region and they want to live within that angelic energy or that angel energy. Or perhaps it's more about the vibrational energy and the healing, and so they work more within vibrational healing music or whatever it is that they're looking for. But it is about being able to support all of these. As the higher self connects directly to source and is part of the higher self collective that is out there. But because it is part of that source energy, it has the ability to connect in. And it is all-knowing, the same way the angelic region is all-knowing. We as the Druids are all-knowing. The Palladians are all-knowing. These other consciousnesses are also all-knowing because they are part of source and connected to source. Where humans have the veil that blocks some of that all-knowingness, because if you don't have that veil and you are fully open to the all-knowing, what is the point of living the human experience? You don't have the learnings and the experiences and being able to feel the energies that are on the planet Earth, that what are there than what should not be. And so as all of those things are coming in and as you are having those experiences and that knowingness, it truly allows for you to have that connection. And so because you are not directly within the all-knowing, but you are connected to it through the higher self has that ability to connect and to be one with all of those things. And as all of those things are coming in, and as you are having that connection to who, what, when, and where, you will also come to find that those things allow for you to be who and what you are. They allow for you to know and to be one with the piece of life that is there. And that when you can then connect more in with your higher self and connect to the all-knowing, you will find that you are more open to other things on the planet Earth. You will find that you will be less judgmental. You will find that your beliefs may change. You may find that as you can understand things in a different way, that you are more open to broader universal concepts than what you were before. That you may think, oh, well, they say within the world that the sky is blue. And you may go, no, the sky is always blue no matter what. But when you open up to the universal energies, you may go, well, yes, the sky can be blue, but it can also be pink, it can be orange, it can be green, it can be gray. Then you go, well, maybe it could be any color. Perhaps this is just what the earth is showing us at this moment in time. But yes, the sky can be many other colors and any multitude of colors. But it is up to the human eye to decipher it, and it's also up to the universe and the beings on it to decide what color it is. And so that is just a very simplistic way of saying that when you can tap into the universal energies, you will understand that yes, things can be anything, that there is no right or wrong. There is only a possibilities, and possibilities are endless with what is there. It is about truly having that knowingness and understanding that you are open to that, and not judging it for someone that says, no, the sky can be orange, and it can definitely be orange, and it's always orange. And you may go, well, I'm pretty sure when I look up, the sky is blue. But you say, you know what, if that is your belief on this, and yes, I will agree that at times on a sunrise or the sunset, the sky can be orange. But that, yes, there are times that maybe that's happened. And even though that's not something I believe and is part of my structure, if that is what you believe and it is not hurting anyone else, nor is it hurting yourself, nor is it placing judgment or opinion on anyone else, be happy to believe that that is what it is. For every being on the planet has different belief structures, programs, and things that they look at. And you can say that no one can say that their belief structure is better than someone else. It is just where that being is in that place and time. But when you look at it from a higher self, that yes, there are these souls and these beings that have these beliefs, and they may align with universal energies and with the universe or source or God or however you want to look at it, but they also may not. And so it is about when there is something that truly is out of alignment. It is about trying to push and say, well, let's look at it another way. There could be a learning around it, an experience around it, to have that knowingness that yes, that there are other possibilities out there. But the higher self is just trying to grow that soul and that being to have these experiences to be able to ascend. Because of all souls that are all part of that are all an aspect of the higher self, that are all an aspect of source and creation and all of those things. So yes, they are part of it, but it is separate. That because there are those things that are there, you may have that knowingness and that connection that perhaps we need to have more of that. And so it is just about ascending and letting the experiences come through so that soul that's experiencing it can take that into the next lifetimes, can spread it through what is there and continue to ascend up until perhaps it may decide it doesn't want to have a lifetime anymore. Perhaps it wants to go work in another realm. Perhaps it wants to work with another energy. Perhaps it wants to go back to where it was within creation or incarnation or however it wants to relook. But it is about allowing for those things to come in. And it is about knowing that as it can connect with the higher self through a soul standpoint, then it also connects from a consciousness standpoint to be able to guide each and every one of you on your path to fulfill you not only your purpose and your plan, but your ascension, your existence, and your life as a true being on earth. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay. Any other questions you have for us at all today?
If someone may have a blockage, that's stopping them from connecting to their higher self.
So blockages are something that you put up at a consciousness level or a subconscious level because you have been hurt by following your higher self in the past. That is typically what is going on when those things are laid out there. And so when they're laid out there, this is how you can work to do it. It is about working with that aspect of yourself that truly felt hurt, that began to shut it down, that began to say, I am not going to truly consciously connect with this because I was hurt or because of the things that happened. And so when you can work with that aspect of yourself to allow that to open up, that is when it will allow for that, because the soul is saying, this happened, this was our experience, and the consciousness is saying, yes, we were hurt, it did not go as we wanted. It is about allowing for that to open up. And when you can heal that aspect, when you can allow for that energy to be let go of, you will then find you can work more on the connection with your higher self to really feel it at a conscious level or a soul level. And that as you let those things down, then you will find that connection even stronger. Just like your ability to connect with your intuition, your soul, and all of those things is a muscle that you need to keep working and practicing on, so is talking to your higher self. And you may say, well, other people can connect in and know exactly what they're getting. And yes, that can be true. Some just automatically have that ability, but others may need to work on it, or others may not realize it's their higher self or think of it in something else. Oh, it was my guide talking to me. Oh, it was someone else. And it is not that you have to say, oh no, it was my higher self and I want to speak to them, because they are part of the all-knowing consciousness. They are part of that set that allows for information to flow in. So it doesn't matter if it is a guide, if it is an angel, if it is your higher self, it is still part of it. And whoever is speaking to you or connecting with you is connecting with you because they know that that is what you need at that moment in time, that their way of speaking it or their energy is truly what is needed to continue on, to shift on, and to truly be one with all things that are there. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Did that answer your question for you that you had?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We've given you much to think about, and now we will let you to discuss. And with that, we wish you